Alright, everyone, welcome back to our course English for Science and Technology. Today we're taking all the skills we've learned so far, from sequences and outlining to clear description, from clause to sentence, eliminating all problems and focusing on writing a good, effective, well-structured paragraph. We're going to put them into action today. Have you ever looked at a complex diagram or a detailed infographic and wondered how to put its story into words? How am I going to tell what this good table is informing us in the form of a paragraph? That's exactly what we're tackling. In this lesson, we'll learn how to summarize an illustration. This isn't just about listing what you see, but about interpreting the visual information, identifying the core message behind the illustration, and translating it into a concise, accurate, and informative paragraph. We'll practice observing key elements, understanding their relationships, and then crafting a summary that captures the essence of the illustration for anyone who hasn't seen it yet in a short paragraph of 200 words, using appropriate English and vocabulary related to your field of specialty. First, we're going to identify the type of illustration and recognize its main purpose. We have many types of illustrations. What are they and what's their purpose? We select at least 3 key features or comparisons without copying all details. When we see an illustration, you have to select information. What information is very important and what other information we can omit. Then organize the information logically into a paragraph, starting from general to specific or from overall trend to details. Then apply appropriate academic English expressions for summarizing features and comparisons in an illustration, not only a table, not only a diagram, varying illustrations. Finally, you will be able to produce a 200-word summary of the given illustration, of any illustration in fact. Let's start with the varying types of illustrations. You might find one of these illustrations in a report, technical or scientific, in a research, or you might want to do it yourself. But when you find it or you write it, you have to understand it and then know how to describe it. We start with the first illustration type, table or tables. The purpose, or what kind of information does it show? Tables organize data or information in rows and columns for easy comparison of exact values. So, for example, you might want to record monthly lab results, track product tests or data, or organize any type of information in the form of rows and columns. The second type is line graph. Line graph shows time changes or pattern changes or developments over time. So it might tackle internet traffic growth or monitor temperature changes in an experiment. It might be anything really. Then 3 is a pie chart. It shows proportions or percentages of a whole, like projects budget distribution, maybe breakdown of energy sources. So it shows distribution of percentages of a whole thing. Then the illustration number 4 is called diagram or also flow chart. It depends on how you design it, but they both explain processes. We've already explained what a process is. a set of steps, and which one comes first, second, next, and final step. They might be cycles or step-by-step sequences, systems, visuals. For example, like this one motorcycle diagram, maybe a 3D printing process or any other type of processes. The final type of our illustrations today is the bar chart or bar graph. It compares quantities across categories. For example, you might compare energy output of different fuels. You might compare anything really, so it is basically a comparison illustration. When we summarize an illustration, whether it is a table, graph, chart, or diagram, we do not describe everything in detail. Instead, we select the main features and explain them clearly in our own words. So we select what is most important and we try to paraphrase. Like when we summarized a report, we summarize an illustration. Different illustrations, as we explained, have different purposes. One is for describing a process, the other one is for comparison. So what are these purposes really? Some present comparisons and contrasts, for example, the bar charts or pie charts. Here we have components, items, ideas that are being compared or contrasted, what similarities and what differences they have. Some other illustrations show processes or steps to do something, like flow charts and diagrams. Others show changes over time, or we call it development, like the line graphs. The general purpose of the illustration often determines the type of the paragraph you will write, whether it is mainly comparative, descriptive of a process, or focused on changes over time. So when I give you the illustration, you have to select the type of the paragraph that we've already learned.